All right, Anna.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Anna Golladay. I'd like to start tonight with a sobering statistic. Did you know that in the United States, white families make an average of $140,000 per year per household? But did you also know that the median household income for families of color is only $11,000 per year per household? And for Hispanic households, only $14,000 per year per household? What we're facing is a significant lack of equity in our neighborhoods of color. This lack of income inequality most evidently presents itself through a lack of entrepreneurial opportunities and small business startup support, which done well can ultimately provide a backbone for these communities of color. So now let's shift gears slightly and talk about the 21st century mainline church. Now, for some of you, that may seem like a really odd shift, but these churches, most of which are active on Sundays and maybe Wednesday nights, often sit empty and dark the rest of the week. And I would surmise that most downtown urban churches specifically are struggling to understand their relevance in the communities in which they sit and how they can be problem solvers and give back in ways that really make a difference. And while those churches sit at the heart of these urban neighborhoods, the people who speckle their pews on Sundays often drive in from suburban neighborhoods. And most of these congregations put together programming to meet the needs of their neighborhoods, all the while never actually knowing exactly what it is that that neighborhood needs. So for our minority neighbors who are creative and energized to start new businesses, the Small Business Administration, organizations like Launch here in Chattanooga, the Urban League, they're all set up to help entrepreneurs. But who's helping the churches? What would it look like if churches embraced their true kingdom calling as anchor institutions in their communities? What if churches used the things that they have most readily available to help solve a crisis such as this, like space, like people, like money? The ability for churches to provide a necessary resource in a gift-based economy is as logical as it is untenable. An economic partnership where the church gives and the entrepreneur receives. And let's face it, the church knows how to give. So why me? Why now? Well, first and foremost, I'm a United Methodist pastor, and I intimately understand the challenges facing the corporate church. I know the struggles for relevance. I sit in meetings every week where the question is asked, who is our neighbor, and how do we help them? Secondly, I have strong relationships with leaders nationwide who are doing the work that butts up against this cause. Asset-based community developers, church building and loan funds, neighborhood revitalization experts, impact investors. And finally, and I think most importantly, I am an entrepreneur. I currently run 3 businesses right here in Chattanooga, and I know what it feels like to have folks take a chance on you. I know what it's like to have a passion for something and do everything you can to figure out how to make it happen. So my cause, named The Work of Place, focuses on just that, the work of this place, this neighborhood, this city. My cause helps churches understand their role in this initiative, the biblical and practical reasons that this kind of partnership is important. This organization consults, trains, and advises church congregations on the biblical touch points of money and what it means to be a people who use our monetary assets in ways that then flow back into the neighborhood and create economies of scale for others. I consult with churches on what it looks like to reimagine Sunday school rooms into co-working spaces for folks that can't afford high-speed internet. I help churches understand what it might look like to convert an unused Sunday school room into a multi-table operation where somebody makes jewelry for their Etsy shop and another person sets up their sewing machine. I help them imagine what it looks like to use their commercial kitchen to help a food truck start up, or to allow someone that wants to make a pie to sell it at the Chattanooga market on Sundays? What would it look like to offer a corner in their parking lot for a car detailer or a small engine mechanic, their multi-purpose room to a dance instructor or a local band that needs a place to practice? My fees are paid by the churches that work with Work of Place. Oftentimes, those fees are easily allocated through denominational grants or congregational donations. And additionally, I'm developing a curriculum that's written and can be sold for ongoing training purposes for these local churches. I've already been booked to speak at conferences on asset-based community development, neighborhood revitalization, and church growth. And I'm actively seeking investors who believe, first and foremost, that the church has to have a seat at this table. The heart of my heart, creative thinkers who need a hand up, not a handout. The work of this place is vital, and I invite you all to come alongside. Thank you.